Hey guys, today I'm here with Reedi, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about her experiences as a tech grad, as well as a person who has gone through college level university classes in engineering. So I'll let Reedi start and kind of share her story, and we can ask some questions after that. So Reedi, can you tell the students a little bit about who you are and your path through tech and that sort of stuff?
Sure. So like you said, my name is Reedi Gilliam. I graduated from tech in 2007. So I grew up on the west side of Indianapolis, right around the Riverside area. I did math side through Harshman, which basically was my feeder into tech. Left tech, went to Purdue, got a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering technology. Now I'm currently pursuing an MBA with the concentration in finance.
So, as a person who's pursuing their MBA, or as a person who has worked in engineering in the past, what does your work look like on a daily basis?
So for me, I think I took a little bit of the non-traditional path. So I went into MET, the technology MET, versus actual engineering, mainly because I'm a kinetic learner and MET had more labs than regular ME. But what I kind of learned through that degree and that process is a lot of problem solving, data analytics and stuff like that. That's what I've used a lot throughout my career. I started my career working at Cummins doing engine diagnostics. So when technicians are working on our engines, kind of explaining to them what type of failures they might be experiencing based off of engine symptoms. And then I kind of grew from there. I did a lot of in-field training with technicians like on site. I did external auditing where I traveled to several different countries, different states, like 2 to 3 weeks out of the month. So my foundational learning in engineering is basically what gave me that why driver, kind of like what I had as a kid. I always wanted to know like why something worked. And that's what's kind of driven me throughout my career and what I've kind of applied my engineering knowledge and skill set to.
So, if you were talking to a group of high school students right now,
Mhm.
what sort of classes that tech offers would you recommend for them to pursue to really kind of develop themselves? Like what classes that you took as a high schooler do you look back on and think, wow, like I really benefited from that class?
Yeah. Okay. So for me, some of the classes that I benefited from being in tech is I did a lot of, your advanced science classes. So for me, physics was always my favorite science, and that's mainly because it was math based and because it's a critical thinking type of class. Um, so those were probably my favorite classes. So I didn't really like biology or things like that, not chemistry because I felt like it was made up math. But physics kind of more so was in my realm of logic and thinking and strategic. Also helped a lot, like once I got into my advanced college courses, derivatives you use and thermodynamics kind of throughout your engineering basis. So calculus and AP physics probably.
Aside from classes, I know that there are a lot of opportunities that are available to high schoolers, but are there any like extracurricular opportunities around high school, or even like outside of high school opportunities that students should be on the lookout for?
So for me, I think one of the biggest things that a high school student can do as they're preparing for their career is to work on their interpersonal skills. So as you go to college, as you go to school, you're studying engineering, everybody's going to get that same technical base, that same technical knowledge, but the interpersonal skills are going to be the things that kind of separates individuals. So I've always had the technical knowledge, but being able to speak and actually deliver that information and explain it is the thing that's always kind of set me apart in my career. So having a good idea doesn't really mean anything if you can't tell someone about it. So getting involved in clubs or different things that allowed them to take leadership positions, allowed them to learn how to problem solve and network. So when I was in high school, I played a lot of sports. I was involved in student government, but just different things that required me to network with different people that had different interests, different backgrounds, different things like that. Those interpersonal skills will become key as they go through college and very important once they get into the professional field.
What general advice would you give to a student who wants to pursue a career in engineering based on your experience?
So for me, the general advice that I would give is definitely don't be afraid to ask questions. So the inquisitive mind is very good in engineering, trying to figure out how something works, why things fit together. I do a lot of data analytics in my current position. That drives a lot of decisions that we make, just as far as different things like human resources, type of head count, manpower, how many different things should go into it. So trying to think backwards towards a solution is something that's kind of very important. And don't be afraid to kind of explore and start over. So if you're interested maybe in electrical or mechanical or whatever, and you don't like it, start again, that's fine. And the other thing I would say is definitely focus on grades while you're in high school. For me personally, I got to college through scholarships, a variety of scholarships, and those are all offered based off of kind of like my academic involvement and my extracurricular activities. So as best as you can, don't pay for that degree, let someone else pay for it. Yeah.
If you were plopped in front of 200 high schoolers right now and somebody handed you a microphone, if you could say anything to a group of high schoolers in 2020 other than "I'm so sorry," what would you say?
What I would say is that just keep going, persistence. Get up, try, fail, do it again. If you look at your whole scheme of life, where you're now at 18, it's a very small scale as to where you're going to be for the rest of your life. It's all right if you don't have it all figured out. It's fine. I've been in my career for, I don't know, 8 years, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. So it's okay.
So it's okay to tell them that I still don't. I don't.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I'm getting a master's in business. I have a technical degree. I'm going the whole opposite way. So do whatever you want.
Thanks again for taking the time to meet and to talk about these things, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the students have to say. And if you're one of my students and you're watching this, and if you have a question for Reedi, or if you have a question for one of the people that I interview in the future, please let me know, and I'm happy to set that up for you. If you're interested in me interviewing somebody who has a specific job type, I can also set that up as well. So just let me know. I'll see you guys next time.